Joburg's hottest breakfast.
Let's get on Fleek with Andy Levy in the world of social media. What's happening, Andy?
Here is what is doing the rounds on the social media wires at the moment.
Yes.
Actor and comedian Aziz Ansari has been accused of sexual misconduct. You may know him from Parks and
Yes.
Recreation. So there is...
No, man.
Yes.
Another one.
Another one. 23-year-old photographer that he met at an event last year in September has come out and said that
But he's such a...
he...
No, man, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Ugh, no, man. Okay.
She says that he took advantage of her, and I quote her, she says, "I was not listened to and I was ignored. It was by far the worst experience with a man I've ever had." Now, Ansari has come out and said that the encounter was consensual. So we'll see what happens with that. And Donald Trump. What would social media be without Donald Trump?
Well, listen, yeah, this one's very topical.
What do you think about this? Calling Haiti and Africa
Well, I think...
SH1T holes.
Well, the whole thing is, I think we have to listen and read exactly what was actually said. We all know that the man suffers with massive foot-in-mouth disease. Without a doubt. He really does. But I think people have used it and interpreted their own way. You know, and anybody's entitled to interpret their own way. I don't know if he completely meant that the whole of Africa is this and the whole of Haiti, etc., etc. However, it has created a proper SH1T storm
It
all
really
over the world.
has,
I mean,
all over the world.
Botswana have sent him messages. South Africa are getting onto it as well. He is a very peculiar person at the best of time. He might be on Parky's show this afternoon. Maybe giving his comments. But, you know, also look at it from the other side. Sometimes when he does say things, he's doing it for the greater good of America. And there's a lot of people who have come out who have sat there and said, good for you. These people are SH1T holes and we don't care.
Bring the Norwegians in, he says.
Exactly. That's very funny as well. Yeah. Anybody else got a take on Mr. Trump's?
Well, I mean, what I have read is that people are saying that if they weren't from SH1TL countries, then why are they trying to get out of them?
Well, and then we
The
get...
countries are so fantastic, why don't they stay there?
Why don't they stay exactly with them?
I just think it's not presidential.
No, it's not.
And I think that it's embarrassing. Because the majority of Americans, I don't think, are like that.
No.
And I think that they're embarrassed.
I think one would get very, very embarrassed by
It's
a
not
lot
how
of
a president
things.
should behave. You might think it, but
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
But the thing about it is, with Trump, he is saying it, and there are a lot of people who are applauding it because a lot of people are thinking it. And then I loved just watching what was going on over the weekend. We had all these people. Well, in our SH1T hole, etc., etc. Look in America, and our South Africans are this and 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 this. All of these fantastic South Africans in America.
Yeah.
And then people would say, well, why did they go there?
Yeah, then what are you doing here?
Exactly.
Well,
Number
sometimes
one.
you don't necessarily move to a place because you think where you're from is...
I know, but aren't you
We're
also,
so-
sit and people sending pictures or posting pictures of how beautiful Africa is and South Africa is and blah, 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 etc., etc. And what a terrible SH1T hole we live in, Mr. Trump. And he's not only sitting there going, really? Really? But listen, it makes for some,
But here's
for some
the thing.
fun reading.
Here's the thing, though.
Yes.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
The whole world gets into a flat spin about it.
And he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
And that's the thing. He sits there and goes, South Africa? Where's South Africa? Is that part of Africa? Okay, go.
Is
I
it
don't
near
care.
Nambia?
It's right next to
It's
Nambia.
Nambia, there
which
we
is
go.
the biggest SH1T hole I've ever
There
seen
we
in
go.
my life.
There we go.
When does he get the
And
time to
Swana.
tweet?
I told you last week he has executive time,
Yeah.
which takes up most of his day, and that's when he tweets.
He's got great time management. He gets into work at 11,
Yeah.
sends a couple of tweets, has lunch,
Yeah.
goes to the toilet, goes home. Done.
Lovely.
All right. Anything else we got there?
Yes.
The big one.
The H&M saga.
The EFF,
The EFF.
story. Yeah. This is, you know what? This is so controversial. I'm very pleased to announce that I've just picked this up. Police are studying CCTV footage to track those responsible for the vandalism. And I think action needs to be taken for the vandalism.
Well, how is that confronting racism? Doing what they did.
You see, this is
Eh?
where the massive debate is. If you, yeah, I mean, what are In my opinion,
It's violence and it's destruction. That's all it is.
it's typical of revolutionaries, isn't it? I understand that some people reacted to the advert.
Yeah.
But the reactionary aggression and destruction is massively worrying. That's the way that I see it. For those who condone these actions are as much of the problem as those who carry them out. I'm deeply upset the government and the country have said nothing about the incident. This is what I said last night.
Yeah.
However, I am pleased to say police are having a look at it. So, the case of the 11 revolutionary is destruction. That's what it is.
Anarchy.
Yeah, and as an international retailer, with their withdrawal will have a much larger effect if they do withdraw on South Africa's economy and employment rate
Precisely.
than it will on their bottom line across the world. So, if the EFF thinks this is clever, then I'm sorry, their ideologies and thinkings are horrifically flawed, and the destruction of this country through civil war is only moments away if they continue this way. I find it very disturbing what they did over the weekend. And the fact that some of their people have come out and said, no, this is right, and condone vandalism and destruction, I'm sorry, in my eyes, that's terrorism. I find it very worrying. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll find out what happens then.
Yeah.
Legally and otherwise.
Well, exactly. I think these people we've seen the video, those people must be brought to book. End of story. That is destruction of property and vandalism, and you should go to jail for that. And I did not steal the golf cart. Had I could have landed up in jail. See? Okay, any more?
No, that's it.
Is that it? Okay, there we go. That's what's happening in the world of social media. We're going to do it every day from right about 10 past 8 o'clock. And we'd love your comments on it as well. Okay? Because I think this engages a little bit of debate.
Joburg's hottest breakfast.